Hello everyone and welcome back to Beatly Tones Beatles channel. Lovely to have you here. Thanks for joining me for this video and I hope you're all doing well. And I hope that young Paul McCartney is also doing well today, the 18th of June 2022, his 80th birthday. So what can I say about Paul McCartney? Well, I first became aware of Paul McCartney in 1973. When I was sitting in my bedroom recording the top 20 off the radio on one of those, mono cassette recorders where you used to have to hold the microphone up to the speaker on the radio. Sunday nights on Radio 1 here in England was always the top 20 rundown, and in one of these charts in 1973 was the single Live and Let Die. It was about 3 years later that I realised that Paul McCartney had been in another band. It was at that point in 1976 that this new obsession got underway. Now, I just find it incredible that Paul has had, he's had a 60-year career, but he's had three careers. He's had his Beatles career, he's had his Wings career, and he's had his solo career, and there's not many people that have had three separate careers and are still going. Paul Weller is someone that I can think of off the top of my head that has also had three careers and is still going, but he hasn't been doing it for 60 years. Now Paul, at almost 80 years old, has just finished his Got Back tour in America, where he was on stage doing material for pretty much 3 hours, which is just absolutely incredible. And I know there are loads of people that totally miss the point and go on about his voice isn't what it used to be. Well, no shit, Sherlock, really. He's 80 years old. What is still relevant is that his guitar playing, his bass playing and his piano playing are still spot on, but it's not about his voice anymore. For the people that are going to these gigs, it's about nostalgia and it's about a bucket list tick. All hardcore Beatles fans have had plenty of opportunity to see Paul before, and I would say that probably most of them have. So a lot of the people that are seeing him on this tour, seeing him for the first time, and you've seen the footage on YouTube of all these gigs. You've seen the looks of delight on people's faces. Everyone is having a fantastic time and a fantastic experience. If you look at those audiences, and I've seen it for myself at the gigs that I've been to, where this is a man that stretches across many generations. There are people at these concerts that are his age. There are first generation Beatles fans. There's the children of those people and the grandchildren of those people, and possibly the great grandchildren as well. And you see the footage of them singing along to the songs. These kids, they know all the words of these songs, and that is incredible that that this man's music has been passed down generation to generation to generation, and he's still out there doing what he wants to do. And I'm really pleased that he is out there doing what he wants to do. He's tried so many things, so many innovative moves in music, experimental stuff that he does, and some of it works, some of it doesn't work, but he's trying to continue to be not necessarily relevant, but he's trying to satisfy his own musical ambitions, and if that matches with ours, then that is great. Next week he's going to be headlining at Glastonbury, and Twitter is going to go into meltdown. No, he can't sing anymore. What's he doing? He should retire, blah, blah, blah. Well, like I say, they are missing the point, and I can guarantee you that the thousands and thousands and thousands of people that are going to be in front of that pyramid stage next Saturday night, every one of them will have had a fantastic night and a fantastic experience, absolutely guaranteed. So, you know, people can bitch all they want. It doesn't distract from his legacy in any way. This ride has not always been an easy one. There's been moments of Rupert Bear. There's been moments of this record. In fact, I felt compromised and somewhat out of sorts on that day in 1977 when I went into a record shop and bought this record by the Sex Pistols. The Sex Pistols that are essentially anti-Beatles. And then a few days later, I went into the same shop and bought Mull of Kintyre by Wings. So no one can say that Paul hasn't got balls of steel to release a Scottish waltz in the height of punk. And incredibly, this record is still, in the UK, is still the top selling non-charity single. From 1977, it's still the top selling non-charity single. That's incredible. But, you know, my opinion is that, you know, when you've got songs like Yesterday and For No One and Eleanor Rigby and Maybe I'm Amazed and Let It Be and Band on the Run and all these fantastic songs that he has written over the years, you've earned the right to do what you bloody well like. And I'm glad that he is out there doing what he likes and still doing what he likes. And I thank him for all the pleasure that he has given me personally over the years. You know, I've seen Paul 22 times live and I've met the man 3 times. On my experience, he's a man that shows great humility and tries his best to be normal, which of course he's not, because he is an absolute genius. There is no question of that. For us here in Britain, he is a national treasure. I would normally say that he's one of the 2 greatest songwriters we've ever had in this country, but obviously because of John's untimely death, he has had the opportunity to write so many more fantastic songs. So he is probably, well, he is the greatest songwriter Britain has ever produced, and that really is my tribute to Paul. If you want to leave a birthday comment for Paul now, please do so in the comments. So I've got you this cake, Paul. So I've got you this cake, Paul. I've got you this cake, Paul. If you don't get round here a bit sharpish, it's going to be gone. I couldn't fit 80 candles on this because that would constitute probably a fire hazard, but it has got 1 candle on it. So I'm gonna sign off now. I'm wishing Paul McCartney a very happy 80th birthday. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you soon.